Yo, yo, yo. Good afternoon. It is May 5th, 2020. I know. And it's a Sunday, and I'm on my way back to Georgia, to the Georgia house, for work. So, I wanted to do this live because I feel like it's very important to touch on all the nuance and all the variables surrounding this beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Now, in the beginning, for me, it was just about hip hop, and bar for bar, who's gonna win what, and I'm definitely more of a Kendrick Lamar fan than a Drake fan. I'm not a Drake fan at all, to be honest with y'all. I never liked Drake ever since he came out. I always thought, he was poppy. I don't like poppy hip hop music. Even when real hip hop artists dive into that poppy lane just to gain some crossover, I don't really, I might listen to it, but then, I know what they're doing it for. But it seems like to me, and this is actually reality. Drake is a pop artist who jumps into the hip hop lane to gain notoriety, street cred, basically. So he'll hit up all these street hip hop artists and kind of like steal their flow. This is his MO, right? Drake is a vampire. He is a flow vampire, right? And what I mean by that is, and he feel might be hot. So obviously he has a recruiter out there, going from city to city, trying to find out who the hottest artist is and see if they have a distinct flow. He'll go to those artists, act like he wants to, help put them on and all that other shit. Next thing you know, he's stealing their shit. And this is what happened with XXX Tentacion for sure. XXX Tentacion, may he rest in peace, died a few years ago, came out and was talking about how Drake did that to him. XXX Tentacion has a very distinct style. I wouldn't say he's just a hip hop artist. He's just like he's just an artist. XXX Tentacion had really something special, and I feel like if he had lived longer, if he was out today and he was alive, he would definitely be one of the hottest artists out there. But again, like I said, he came out against Drake, talking about Drake was stealing his flow, and he did. There was proof of it. That's what vampire. What do you mean, vampire? Like a sucker, like somebody who drains. Like he goes around. He doesn't have his own shit, right? So he goes around other people and drains them of whatever he's draining them of. Draining them of their flow, draining them of their style. That's where the vampire moniker comes from. Drake is a culture vampire. So I wouldn't say he's a culture vampire. I will say that. It's kind of like a culture vulture, but you're a culture vampire, right? So basically, one day he's Jamaican, one day he's a down south rapper, the other day he's a Midwest rapper, another day he's a rap a lot rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like next thing and then he's like a Lil Wayne type rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is something that Lil Wayne had told Drake when he first got on. He's like, look, man, don't try to rap like me. You don't come from where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? You just need to stick to rapping to the girls and all that other type of shit. Be a girl rapper. You know what I'm saying? Like something that women would enjoy. And basically told him to keep it Canadian, which I think is very that's pretty dope. If Kendrick Lamar came out with a song called "Keep It Canadian" and that just used that to just completely destroy Drake, that would be the best thing he could ever do. But needless to say, not like us, was pretty destructive, right? But anyway, so the whole point of what I'm saying is, for me in the beginning, it was just about, right, like, oh, right, this is great for hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar is a great hip hop artist. He came out, took shots at J. Cole, took shots at Drake. Drake kept it hip hop, kept it lyrical, right? You know what I'm saying? with like that record. You know what I'm saying? So that was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Like he came out, boom, like a nice little warning shot. Look, there's some shit coming y'all way. There's some heat coming y'all way. And I feel like I can see what Kendrick Lamar's agenda was from the very beginning. I can see what it was, right? I thought in the beginning, oh, this is just about lyrical sparring. Let's get this cracking. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like what he did in Control, right? If y'all aren't familiar, Drake did a verse on Control for Big Sean, and he basically like destroyed a bunch of rappers. He called out a bunch of people. You know, he said he's juggling the West and the East Coast. And you know, some East Coast rappers got sensitive about that, thought he was coming at them. But what he's saying is he gets love as a hip hop artist from both coasts. But that's neither here nor there, right? So, I thought this was just lyrical shit. And once more and more shit came out in this beef, once more and more records came out from Kendrick Lamar in response to what Drake was doing, I knew the gambit. I knew the gambit. Right? So, J. Cole responded to like that with his own diss track to Kendrick Lamar, right? And then after that, J. Cole was like, you know what? I'm good. I'm done. I'm sorry I did that. I'm not gonna fuck with you, homie. You got that. You got that. And so that just left Kendrick Lamar's attention on Drake, right? And I think that's what, see, Kendrick Lamar is playing 8,000 D chess. You understand what I'm saying? And he's thinking 30,000 million moves ahead, right? And you know, I'm being OD with the descriptives, right? But you know, you get what I'm saying. I think he knew J. Cole was gonna buy out, right? That's just because I feel like he knows J. Cole's temperament. He knows J. Cole is really a humble rapper. He's really kind of humble. Even in that diss track that he did to K-Dot, it was kind of humble, right? He gave Kendrick Lamar a lot of props in his diss track, right? In 7 minutes or whatever the fuck it's called, 7 minutes left or whatever the fuck. And you know, he gave Kendrick Lamar a lot of flowers, right? But then he also capped on a few things about Kendrick Lamar's albums, but you know, J. Cole bowed out, and I think Kendrick Lamar knew that was going to happen. That leaves Drake, right? That leaves Drake. So Drake comes out with Drop and Give Me 50, right? Drop and Give Me 50. And in that, Drake does what Drake does, right? Drake does what he always does in a rap beef. He goes after the other artist's family. He goes after their girlfriend, their wife, whatever the case may be. And that's what he did. That's what he did. And I'm like, it's typical Drake shit, right? Typical Drake shit. You don't have to be a genius to understand it, right? He'll slide in your girl's DMs. He'll do this. He'll do that. You know, all that type of shit, right? Because he's just a weirdo, right? And so Kendrick Lamar had to know that. Kendrick Lamar had to know he was gonna do that, right? And so I'm like, man, okay, all right. The Drop and Give Me 50 was mid at best. It was mid. It was a lot of it was nursery rhymey, you know. The last one brick, you really not on shit. They hate to see, they love this, whatever. They rooting for you because they hate to see me lit. Like, I mean, my daughter, my 14-year-old daughter could have wrote that, right? This is basic bullshit, right? Nothing really special there. So that was mid at best. Kendrick comes out with Euphoria, okay? Kendrick comes out with Euphoria and drops some bombs in that motherfucker. I'm talking about drop some bombs, right? You know, I mean, drop some bombs about basically implying that Drake is a pedo and he runs with pedos, right? There was a lot of things in there that involved that. And so, you know, that, I was like, wow, okay. I thought, you know, Kendrick would, you know, keep it lyrical, right? You know, I thought he would dismiss the shit and keep it lyrical, but he did not. He did not keep it lyrical. It was, now it stayed lyrical. Euphoria had a bunch of nuance, had a bunch of hidden meanings, a bunch of Easter eggs, a bunch of double, triple, quadruple entendres, including the fact that Euphoria is a show that was co-produced by Drake himself. And what is so special about the show Euphoria? Euphoria is a show starring what's that young lady's name that is Spider-Man movies opposite Tom Holland? Zendaya. Zendaya starred in Euphoria, and Euphoria is a show about basically teenagers in high school. That it's a hypersexualized show, right? There's a lot of drugs, a lot of sexual shit. And the very first episode I watched, I couldn't watch no more because I'm like, these are grown people, I'm hoping, depicting teenagers going through life. And in the first episode, you got this fat girl sucking D just because she felt like it would make her look cool. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not watching this bullshit. I'm not watching this bullshit. And then it also stars a transsexual chick, right? A dude that thinks she's a girl, and he's a tranny, right? And they're showing the penis, and I'm like, this is fucking weird, right? They showed this little boy's wanker, right? And like I said, I hope the dude, I didn't go looking these people up and find out their age, but I hope in order to show a penis on TV, you got to be old enough, right? You got to be over 18, I'm thinking. But the thing is, they're depicting teenagers. They are depicting teenagers, and you are showing parts of the private parts, right? You're showing that shit. So this is what Euphoria is about. Euphoria is a hypersexualization of teenage kids, right? And there's also a PE coach in the show, from what I understand, because my wife continued to watch it, right? My wife continued to watch it, whatever. And I'm coming in, and there's this guy that stars in it. He played Mark in Grey's Anatomy, and I like Mark in Grey's Anatomy. My wife convinced me to watch Grey's Anatomy. Okay, I got into it a little bit. When Mark died in Grey's Anatomy, I stopped watching it because I was like, that was the best character on the show. Anyway, this guy plays a coach, and he's having a relationship with one of the girls, and it's like, and he's meeting up with this tranny in this tranny. The guy that plays the tranny, he's meeting up with this tranny at the hotel, getting it in. And I'm like, what the fuck are we doing right now? Really? This is what we're doing? This is what we're making a show about? So I'm like, I'm asking my wife, how are you watching this shit? This shit is crazy. Whatever, right? And so that is what that show is about. So there's that. And then he mentions Drake, you know, basically dipping and dabbing in pedophilia, right? And there's also it's just a lot of meaning in it. There's just a lot of meaning. And then shortly after that, 616 comes out, and he's talking about it there. And I'm like, this is a pattern, right? And every song that he puts out, Kendrick Lamar, he reveals a little bit more information about this, what is turning out to be a pedophile ring, essentially. In 616, he mentions people in his crew that might be sexual predators, right? And then that was in 616, and then in Meet the Grams, he's talking about more. He's giving more and more information about Drake's creepiness, and everybody around him that's creepy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, wait a minute. This is the gambit. This is the gambit. Kendrick Lamar. See, everybody thought that Kendrick Lamar was salty about not being included in first-person shooter, which is what a collab that Drake and J. Cole had. And apparently, from what they're saying, Kendrick Lamar was supposed to be in it. It ended up not happening. And from what I understand, in reality, Kendrick Lamar didn't want to fuck with it. But they're saying that, well, Drake wanted him out. Whatever. It's bullshit, right? And that's what the assumption is that everybody's making. Oh, the first-person shooter, J. Cole took some shots, subliminal shots at Kendrick Lamar in first-person shooter. Drake did as well. And, this shit has been going on between Drake and Kendrick Lamar since Control verse. I'll say, yeah, Control verse, and then he had the BET cipher, where he also had Kendrick Lamar, Drake talking about he needed to tuck a sensitive rapper back into his pajama clothes, because you know Drake always wears weird shit, like weird pajama clothes looking shit, wearing barrettes in his hair and wearing pajamas and looking like a fucking weirdo and all this other shit. It's like, what's up with this dude, Drake? Anyway, and that's what everybody's thinking, and I'm like, well, now we have the third song come out, Meet the Grams, where more information is being revealed about Drake and his creepiness. And I'm like, this is what the fuck this is about. This ain't about no motherfucking first person shooter. This ain't about nothing but revealing Drake as D Diddy 1000, okay? D Diddy 2.0. That's what this is about. And it's what's interesting is in Meet the Grams, Kendrick Lamar says that Drake has a hidden daughter that's 11 years old, right? And what happens after that? Drake comes out and denies the daughter, but doesn't deny all the other allegations against him. And that's very interesting. Very interesting. And then it comes out that it might have been a plant, you know what I'm saying, to feed Kendrick Lamar false information, which I think Kendrick Lamar might have actually knew it was false information. He was doing that. Listen, man, let me tell y'all something. And then what's interesting is everybody's on Kendrick Lamar's top about dropping receipts, but no one said anything about Drake dropping receipts about these Kendrick Lamar's woman beating allegations, right? He said Kendrick Lamar was beating on women, and he made other allegations saying that Kendrick's girlfriend or fiance is a tranny or whatever. Like, these are all allegations. No one is calling him out on that. No one is saying, oh, you got to show receipts. No. But they're saying that Kendrick has to show receipts about the pedophilia and the daughter, right? And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm thinking about it this morning, and I'm like, wait. There are receipts out there about Drake being a creep toward young girls. There are receipts all over the place. There are receipts all over the place. And I'm gonna get into that. Right? And I'm like, yo, this is how this shit works. Because I don't listen to Drake. I don't pay attention to Drake. I don't follow Drake. I'm only interested in Drake when real hip hop artists go against him in rap battles. And I'm not talking about Meek Mill. He watched that nigga. No, I'm talking about Pusha T, right? That's what I'm talking about. I was only interested in that, in Drake, and when it came to come to battles. So I don't listen to Drake. I think his voice is annoying. Like, his flow is annoying. Like, his voice is just like that's what I hear. It's like scratching chalk. It's like a nails against the chalkboard, right? But I will say that in the diss record Family Matters, when Drake got into the second and third verse, he went hard with the flow. He went hard. He changed up his inflection, and he actually sounded like a real rapper. I'm like, okay. I actually gave him props for Family Matters, right? Because he went in. He went in on Kendrick, whether what he was saying was true or not. And really, at the end of the day, it's irrelevant, because in real rap battles, no one asks for receipts, right? If you ever see a rap battle, real rap battles on stage, real battle rap, like from IRL or URL, and other, battle rap platforms, no one in the crowd is saying, where's your receipts? Oh, show the proof. No one's doing that. And they say all kind of crazy shit about each other. It's all part of the game, right? I don't give a fuck, nigga. Like, Drake said all kind of shit about Kendrick. Drake said all kind of shit about Kendrick. I didn't care about no damn receipts. It was the way he did it, the way he put it in there. Like, it was like the attitude, like, nigga, fuck, like this shit was good. Family Matters was dope. Family Matters was dope. Meet the Grams was better to me. very he did it. It was like an open letter to Drake's kids, to Drake's parents, and to Drake himself. Like, and just the way, like, Kendrick Lamar from the #1 spot of my top 3 artists. My top 3 hip hop artists, Kendrick Lamar is #1 right now. I've never seen anybody do what Kendrick Lamar can do. Ever. No rapper ever. I have not seen it. Just in this battle. Like, he was already in the top 3 for me. It was Andre 3000, Black Thought from The Roots, and then it was Kendrick Lamar, and then it was Mos Def. Mos Def to me is #4, and then it goes down from Redman is number 5, only because the last couple albums that Redman was in is kind of trash, right? With Method Man, I think he was in Blackout 2. Blackout 2 was kind of trash. I'm like, man, come on, Redman. I know you got something in your bag, but Redman used to be my number 2 behind Andre 3000. Andre 3000 had to get bumped because he don't put it out enough rap music. Like, he don't have enough solo albums, but you know, I mean, he doesn't have the value that I like. So anyway, hey Tyrant, are you seeing Mighty Mouse saying he's suing people? I don't give a fuck about him suing motherfuckers, stalking him, videos, and calling his gym, telling them what he's gonna sue him for. That's not stalking. Calling a gym and telling them you have a pedophile in the gym, that's not stalking. That's not stalking. That's just passing on information. Minor Mouse is a fucking idiot. That's it. I mean, his world is crumbling around him, and he's lashing out, trying to find any way he can to get around being what he truly in his heart is, and you know, which is a chomo. He is a convicted, guilty pled chomo, point blank, period. And there's no escaping it. There's no escaping it. No court, no court, because he's not part of the elite class. He might be a millionaire because of YouTube, because he bought these goddamn trucks. I don't know if he's still driving trucks or own trucks, but because of that, he might be a millionaire, but he's not elite. And there's nothing. Sue somebody for calling a gym and telling them the truth. Like Minor Mouse is a fucking idiot, and I don't even see Minor Mouse anymore. Like, I'm not about to, like, I saw he has a channel for his son. I'm not about to go on his son's channel and bother his son, even though he might be using it. I'm not. That's the only thing that I know Minor Mouse is on. You know, hopefully, Minor Mouse's son can grow into his own man and be a better person than his father. And, you know, I turned out to be a better person than my father, but it is what it is, you know what I mean? But at the same time, my father didn't raise me, so it is what it is. I was raised by another man. I was raised by my mother's husband. I always had father figures in my life, but I never really had a father like that. You know what I'm saying? So he won't get anyone on stalking. I don't know. If people are stalking him, that's different than people calling a gym. What does he mean by stalking? Are they following him around in physical form? Because like going to his channel and making comments is not stalking. Like, first of all, he is a public figure, right? And he's on a platform that is open to the public. So if people go to his channels and say shit that he don't like, there's nothing he can do about that. There's nothing he can do about it. Like, there's no reasonable expectation for privacy and all this other shit. It's just not, right? Just like people come, if somebody wants to come to my channel and start making all kind of allegations and harassing me on my channel, well, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. Like, they can lie and make up shit, they can slander me, commit libel, but they're commenters in a comment section. Like, there's nothing in my mind that he can do outside of someone stalking him in person, stalking him around, like, outside, not through a goddamn social media. So, like, I don't give a fuck. Minor Mouse is full of shit. He's a proven liar, right? I would not believe anything that Minor Mouse says until you see it in real life. I don't give a fuck about a Minor Mouse. Like, his world is crashing down around him. Unfortunately, he already paid his debt to society, quote unquote, for the Chomo charges, right? And he can't go back to jail for that. So unless he's doing it again, which I pray he's not, right? We don't want him to be committing Chomo behavior now just so he can get caught and go to jail, right? No, we don't want that. We don't want him to create another victim. But because he's so arrogant and non-remorseful and all that other shit, and like he feels no responsibility for the victim, and that's why I said fuck him, right? And I can never forgive or give a Chomo a pass, especially when that Chomo acts like, you know, the victim was the problem. Like the victim, oh, she snitched on me and ratted on me and all. Like, no, like you clearly have no remorse for your victim. So fuck you, fuck your Chomo behavior, and I can't fuck with you. And anybody that I know in my city is not gonna fuck with you, right? And I put the pressure on him in LA. I did. Like, despite what he says, when was the last time y'all saw him at a park in Los Angeles? When was the last time y'all saw him at a gym in Los Angeles where he's like putting on events? The last time he had an event like that in LA is before all this shit blew up on him, and I was setting him up to meet with, you know, gang leaders and former gang leaders. I was setting that up. I got him that interview with Babu, you know what I'm saying, from A-Tray, Gangsta Crip, you know what I'm saying? So I'm the one who set that up for him. I was setting him up to meet with blood gang leaders, you know what I'm saying? Because I believed in the movement of him trying, you know, with the guns up, guns down, gloves up movement. I believed in that. I believe that, and, you know, LA gang culture is a little different than Virginia gang culture, than New York gang culture, any other gang culture out there, right? It's hard. It would be very difficult to get rival gangs to settle a beef in a boxing match. But we were going to try. We were going to try to do that. We were going to try to do it. We were going to try to make it happen. But after I found out the extent of his charges, and the paperwork came out, and the truth came out, I cannot, in my right mind, allow him to meet with these people and link up with them, because, like, no, fuck that, right? No. So I was instrumental in him meeting with Babu. I was going to be instrumental with him meeting up with other gang leaders and hell, even you know, we're talking about OGs. We're talking about triple OGs and all that other shit. And it's not really in the triple OGs and active gang leaders. Like, I was going to get him into certain projects that you just can't walk into without permission. Literally, you got to have a pass to get up in that motherfucker. So I know these people. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with them like that because I'm not a gang member. I'm not a gangster. You know what I'm saying? And I don't move in that world. I don't, like. But that world moved around me when I grew up in Compton, when I grew up in Inglewood, when I grew up in South Central. That shit was going on around me. I got family members that are gang members. You know what I'm saying? I got family members of the blood gang, and I got family members that are Bloods. I got family members that are Crips, from Compton, from Rolling 60s, from Inglewood families, fucking BPS. You know what I'm saying? In jungles, like, I got that's just what it is. Like, that's what I got going on. Crenshaw Mafia, 8-Tray, you know what I'm saying? I know people, you know what I'm saying? Hell, I know this motherfucker for years from the East Side Bloods, Watts, I know Watts Bloods, East Side Crips, you know what I'm saying? All kind of shit. Where that motherfucker that shot Tupac is from. Like, I know niggas from there. Like, I knew about this dude before he was even arrested. Years, like a decade or two, like a decade and a half. I knew this nigga. I knew who killed Tupac. You know know what I'm saying? The guy that got arrested. And it is what it is. Like, I know this shit. But I'm not in that. You know what I'm saying? But I was going out of my way to give him access. I was going out of my way to give him access, and he was going to have access. We had shit that was going to get set up. You know what I'm saying? And I had these people that believed in the movement of guns down, gloves up. And we don't need a Mighty Mouse for that. You know? But unfortunately, I had to get the fuck up out of LA because it was just getting too ridiculous. LA just trash. LA and California, I couldn't fuck with it no more. And more of these young dudes are getting out of control. They're becoming less and less controllable. There's a lot less organization going on, but at the same time, there's still organization. But it's kind of weird, right? It's kind of weird. But anyway, I mean, I had access that I was gonna get this dude. But as you can see, the last time he had an event in LA himself, that he threw an event, a guns down, glove up event, was in 2020 when he last came out there, and I was supposed to link up with him at the stairs. We were supposed to spar in Muay Thai and boxing. It didn't happen. He couldn't do it, you know what I'm saying? But I still went up there and did my thing anyway. And he had an event later on, but I had some shit to do. That was at Fox Hills Park. That was Fox Hills Park. That was the last event he threw in LA, right? Now he tried to make an event happen in Bakersfield or some shit, but he wasn't there. Like, I don't fuck around in Bakersfield. Bakersfield is out. Yeah, fuck Bakersfield, right? But anyway, Minor Mouse has not thrown it. Like, now when he was driving trucks again, he had some drops in LA, but he ain't through no event. I can tell you that. And then I heard he was supposed to do some shit in Watts, at this Watts nonprofit organization. I made some phone calls. Now, I didn't reach out to anybody I could have reached out to. I just called the event. I just called the nonprofit organization. It told them that you might have somebody coming out there to do an event that has a questionable past. We're talking about an event that involves children. This organization works with children. So I'm like, nah, ain't no way I'm gonna let that happen without giving them this information. So that's what happened, right? That ended up not happening. Then I was told that Minor Mouse was going to a jiu-jitsu meet with his son, and I'm like, well, I don't know where this is happening and all this other shit. Apparently he did that, so I don't know, but that's not something that I tried to stop, right? It's not something I tried to stop. He went out there, his son had a meet, right? I didn't necessarily feel like it was necessary to put a stop to that necessarily, because he's going down there for his son, and there's other parents around, and you know, it is what it is, right? The bottom line is, what goes around comes around, and when you diddle with the children, you'll come around, it's gonna come around, and it's gonna be devastating. And so I feel like maybe that's what's happening to him right now. He's having issues. Let's see, he is bragging he's going to an event in Los Angeles in a few weeks. Tell me what this event is. What up, y'all? Is the sound back? Let me know if the sound is back, y'all. Give me a one in the chat if you guys can hear me. Anyway, like I was saying, my wife just gave me some news. Let me know that my oldest daughter just started her first moon time as I'm on the road back to Georgia. Wow. Anyway, we were talking about my wife wants to get her a basket, her first moon time basket, and also we're gonna take her out to eat with us on Saturday. It was just gonna be me and my wife. We were gonna go out to eat for Mother's Day next Saturday, but anyway, that makes me think about what I would do to protect my children, man. And I'm glad that I homeschool my children and I have all this time to keep them from becoming institutionalized potential victims of, creepos like Drake, creepos like Minor Mouse, and all that shit. So, yeah, I'm just, wow. Tricky Ricky is in the building. Dead Mike's in here. Let's talk about it is in here. Anyway. Wow. So, what I wanted to do is play this Not Like Us record from Kendrick Lamar, and I'm going to stop it periodically just to, talk about certain points in the song that I wanted to touch on and dive deep into, and just in regards to how I feel that Kendrick Lamar, the gambit behind Kendrick Lamar going at Drake is to expose him to the world as a pedophile. Not necessarily expose him, but remind them of what a creepy is, because he does have a history and a pattern, which I'm going to get into after I play this song. So, I figure about another 20-30 minutes we can do that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and here's some brake slamming motherfuckers in here. Brake slamming motherfuckers. Anyway, I'm gonna play Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar. Now this is a banger right here. This is the culmination of what Kendrick Lamar was doing. And like I said, every record that Kendrick Lamar put out, he put out a little bit more information behind the allegations that he's making about Drake's creepy behavior, right? So, I think the whole daughter thing is not really what the point is, right? So we're gonna get into it, and then after that, like I said, I am going to get into some of the things that Drake has already been exposed for, that for some reason it just flies under the radar for most people, and it exposes the existence of cult of personality disorder, and what I was talking about on Friday on my way back to South Carolina, and how people are just fans of people, and how it's just sad how many people just go watch Friday's live stream to understand what I'm saying, and how I'm saying that the whole thing with Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney in boxing, and it just symbolizes the greater picture in the world, right, about society, and how society is just full of people who just they really are NPCs. They really are NPCs. But anyway, let me play this. Let me start this up. I see dead people. Mustard on that beat, ho. Hi. Mustard on that beat, ho.
Debo, he rap, nigga, he a free throw. Man down, call like ambulance. Tell him breathe, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like T. So what's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all in.
Now you see this? Did you see what he just said? He said, fuck the industry, they'll like me and they mouth. When he's talking, he's not going at Drake fans, right? He's going at the industry, because the industry does not like when you shine a light on all the creepy shit that they do in the industry. And that's what he's saying. He's saying, fuck you and your mama. Kendrick Lamar, even though he has all these Grammys and, you know, he's a big hip-hop artist, he doesn't really fuck with the industry like that. He does his music. Yeah, he comes to collect his Grammys, and then he's minding his own fucking business, right? He's not really into that bullshit. And so that's basically what he's saying. He said, yeah, I'm coming after Drake for his nonsense and his behavior. And if the industry don't like it, fuck them. Fuck the industry and they mama, right? Like, I could give a hot fuck about what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? So that's what Kendrick Lamar is saying right here. He's saying, fuck the industry and your mama. I'm coming after these pedophiles.
Rap nigga, he a freak throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Teezo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down the whole time, I know he got my hoe on him. Pull on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young.
I hear you like I'm young. So he's talking about, of course, the ladies. He knows, he heard that Drake likes the girls young, right? The women young. And when I get into what I'm going to get into after this song, you understand what I'm talking about. And I'm going to use the help of another content creator. I'm going to play what he said because I'm driving right now. I can't really do it myself. But I do know a lot of this information. There's a lot of information out here against Drake about his creepy behavior, right? And Drake and Kendrick Lamar, I feel like his whole MO, his whole agenda this entire time was to bring that out. And this is why Kendrick cannot lose. It doesn't matter what Drake says. If Drake can come out with the baddest ass diss track, it's not gonna matter because Kendrick Lamar's agenda is to expose Drake as a pedophile. And bar for bar, lyrically, Drake can't fuck with Kendrick Lamar anyway. And this song just proves that. Like, Kendrick has solidified himself as the best rapper alive. Period. The best rapper alive. There's no contest, right? Better than Eminem, better than Andre 3000. All that shit. Like, he's just better. Period. Like, it is what it is, right?
Go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him.
Now, what is that about? See, here's the thing about groomers, right? Groomers like to get with older women that have younger women in their life, daughters, little sisters. And so basically what he's saying is it might be part of Drake's game plan to try to get with women, grown women that have little girls in their life, to try to groom the little girl, right? And so that is a very key bar right there. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's not just saying that randomly. I don't believe. I feel like Kendrick has information that shows that part of Drake's MO is to get close to older women so that he can get close to their little sisters, to their little daughters, niece, whatever. There is no limit to what these groomers will do. So I think that's what this is pointing to when he said that bar. When he said, hide your little sister from him. He's saying that because that is something that he would do. Get close to the older woman to groom the little girl. Groomers are very meticulous and methodical in the way that they do the thing that they do. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep going.
The only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. From young, you better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now. And Baka got a weird case, why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. Wow.
Now, Baka is one of Drake's close friends, and Baka has a trafficking case right now. Now, he was convicted of, trafficking a 22-year-old girl, right? 22-year-old girl. But there are speculation, there are allegations and whatnot out there that he also, and you know, he passed his 22-year-old woman around to other members of his crew. And there's also allegations of not just girls in that age range, but like 16, 17-year-old girls are also involved in this trafficking behavior. You understand what I'm saying? So before this record, Drake didn't mention the name of the people, of anybody that he said that had a pedophile stench on them. Now he's mentioning the name. So like I said, every record he's getting more and more information. This, I believe, is his real agenda in this beef. It's not to say, oh, who's the best lyricist, who can, you know, give the worst personal disses. No. This is bigger than that. This is, hey, he's tired. He's tired of the motherfuckers in the industry doing what they doing with the trafficking, with the sexual deviance. This is what this is about.
Bop that, fuck 'em up. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Did y'all hear that? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God. And let me tell you how smart he is. He did not say in the beginning, when he first mentioned Drake, that he didn't say, yeah, you like him young. He said, I heard you like him young. And then he said you trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor. So he's covering his ass because there are no convictions against Drake himself, right? There are allegations, there are accusations. There is information out there, but Drake is not a convicted sex offender. So what he's saying is probably, I heard. So he's covering his ass, y'all. He's covering his ass. But I believe it was in Euphoria or 616, he said that the embassy was going to get raided, and that's what Drake, because his delusions of grandeur, he calls his house an embassy. But anyway, you know, because he's Canadian, he thinks he's clever. But anyway, so that's what that was about, right? He's talking about that. He's talking about, you know, oh, he's probably A minor. But the way he delivered that bar, man, like Kendrick Lamar, my dude Kendrick Lamar is like the best. He's the best. Hold on, man. Oh shit.
Bro, Nella nigga to the sea Compton. The industry hate me.
Oh, why?
I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell tired, trying to strike a chord,
and it's probably A minor. And now, let me tell you how clever this dude is. There are several things going on with this probably A minor stuff, right? So he said probably A minor, and he held the note in A minor. And also Drake did that in he did the same thing. He held that note back in Family Matters. So by this time, Family Matters hadn't even been out 24 hours. And Kendrick Lamar is essentially, this is written after he heard Family Matters. And this dude wrote and had it produced and had it out, mastered and everything. And just everything was, this song is practically flawless. And he put it out in less than 24 hours after Family Matters. And there are direct references to Family Matters, including A minor. And he held that same note Drake held in Family Matters. Like, this dude is, like, come on, man. Like, alien. This dude is on some alien shit. This dude's alien. Round one left said, plenty of evidence out there. Exactly. But since it's Drake, people don't want to accept, and it's egregious. It's extremely egregious. Like, just like there was plenty of evidence against R. Smelly for decades, bro. For decades. And no one gave a shit. But now people are giving a shit. Why? Because Kendrick Lamar is dope, and he's a dope artist, and he has the ears. See, this is what we need. We need people like Kendrick in every aspect of every industry to blow this shit up, to blow this shit out the water, niggas, so that people can understand and know what is going on. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar putting this out there, he understands the influence he has. He understands the power of his voice. And that's what his agenda is, man. This is not about who the best rapper, who's top, who's the big me. Like, no, that's not what this is about. That was a fucking ruse. That was a ploy to get this shit out in the open. And he invited Drake to come at his family so that he could go through that door and say, fuck this pedophile, we gonna put this shit on blast, yo. Like, this shit is dope.
They not like us, they not like us.
They not like us, they not like us, they not like us. Ugh.
You think the bank gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show will be your last stop, nigga. The Drake, they're not slow.
You hear that? The audience is not is how you want. They're not slow, right? Listen, what he's saying is, he's not talking about the Tupac shit. He like, yeah, he said, and that's another thing. The side quest for Kendrick is to expose him as a fake Negro, real culture vulture, a real culture vampire. You understand what I'm saying? Yes, Kendrick Lamar is half white, half black, but that's not the point. The point is, Kendrick Lamar, Drake, did not grow up as a black man. He did not. This dude wore blackface. He wore blackface and thought it was cool. Right? And then there's a video of him saying the N-word and he puts an ER on it. Nigger. Dude, you are not like that. That's why this is also part of the song. You're not like us. He's exposing him as a creep and is exposing him as a culture vampire, yo. He's a culture vampire. It doesn't even matter if he's half black or half white. That's not the point, right? But Kendrick Lamar is intelligent. He knew he had to make a sticking point. So he already laid the groundwork when he called. Well, no. Let's give all credit to Rick Ross for calling him a white boy. Kendrick Lamar capitalized on that, built off of it, and used that as a way to bring attention to the fact that Drake is also a culture vampire. He is not what he's out here pretending to be. Lil Wayne said, keep it Canadian. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, everybody knows, but yeah, let's keep going.
I can go further, I promise. Ain't that something be rest?
He said he can go further. That means he has more information. He's not talking about rap beef necessarily. He is going to use music to put the information out. That's what he's doing. He's saying the rabbit hole is deep. I can go further. This ain't it. He's mentioning more. He's putting out more nuggets every single song. This is what people are missing. All these reaction channels, yeah, they doing a brilliant work of breaking down every lyric and breaking down every bar to peel away every layer of every double, triple, quadruple entendre. Yeah, they're doing a great job with that. But what I'm trying to do is break down the more important things. I am trying to help you understand what Kendrick Lamar's mission is. So at the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar cannot lose. Even if Drake comes with what everybody considers a nuke and blows Kendrick out of the water somehow, right? He can't, right? Because on top of, doing the right thing, and then on top of having a moral center, Kendrick Lamar is an excellent fucking lyricist. He is an excellent artist. Like, his creativity is unmatched in this game. Like, it's very clear. Very clear. So this is what this is about. Everybody was complaining about Kendrick. Oh, what's this 1 minute soliloquy before going into the heat? Like, okay, I can come straight out the gate with it. You understand what I'm saying? And what is this going to do? This is going to reach more people. This is a club banger, yo. This dude put information on Drake about him being a creep and a club banger that people are going to be playing all over the place. And people are going to be yelling, they not like us. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be waving their hands in the air. Like, these are the vibrations you want to penetrate people with. Right? Wake people up. This is how you wake motherfuckers up. This is how you do it. This is how you do it when you have influence, when you have power, when you have people that follow you, when you have people that believe in you. This is what you do to get the information out. This is how you reveal the truth in this day and age, because no one's going to hear you unless you do it in this manner. And Kendrick Lamar understands that. He just wanted to build it up. He wanted to say, look, man, look. So now guess what? The people that weren't trying to hear all the other records before because of the slow pace to get into it. He gave you a banger in the first one, right? With Like That. That was a banger. You know what I'm saying? Dope ass beat, dope ass flow. You know what I'm saying? Just coming straight out the gate with don't pull a coffin out of your mouth. You know what I'm saying? All that type of shit. All the quotables. And then in between that, he said, let me give you something a little bit, you know, I'm gonna put out a lot of information. I'm gonna make it cool. I'm gonna make it dope. But this is how I'm gonna lead into it. All right. And now he came out with this. What is that gonna do? People that weren't trying to hear that, they're gonna go back and listen to this other shit. And they're gonna get all the nuggets that Kendrick Lamar has dropped. They're gonna go to all the reaction channels to hear the information. This is very smart by Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar is doing a very dope thing right now. And people don't understand it, but they are going to understand it. They're going to understand what the gambit really is. Kendrick Lamar cannot. It doesn't matter what Drake does. It doesn't matter if Drake's next song sounds better than Not Like Us. It's not going to matter. And I don't see how it could. But even if he does, Kendrick Lamar he will always return with some shit against Drake. And Drake, he's cooked. He's cooked. And I hope he does get rated. I hope he does get rated. And, you know, if he's doing bad things, listen, at the end of the day, I hope he's not doing these things to children and to little girls. Yes, 16, 17-year-old girl is a little girl. An 18-year-old girl is a little girl. This dude is 37 years old. Let's keep going.
You Malibu most wanted, ain't no love boy, you ball boy, fresh Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your flow. The other vaginal option. Pussy, nigga better straighten they posture. Got fingers all up in contact, might write this for the doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding, fuck a caption, won't action, no accident. I'm hands on, he fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grower, he was in jail, that's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D-Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs subpoena. That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch.
Again, on back to, you got creeps in your camp. They need to be on neighborhood watch. They need to be registered. Baca is probably a registered sex offender. He should be, right? He's a convicted sex offender. He needs to be on that registry. And if you look at the cover art for this song, you'll see Drake's house with all the little child sex offender icons on his house. So, I mean, he's exposing the whole OVO camp. He's exposing the Drake camp as pedophiles and all that other shit. Listen, man, like, this shit is deeper. This shit is deep.
It's like another line of walk, yeah, it's all eyes on me, and I'ma send it up the pot, ayy. Put the whole label on me, I'ma get them dropped, ayy. Sweet chin music, and I won't pass the ox, ayy. How many stocks do I really have in stock, ayy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5, ayy. Devil is a...
You understand what he just said there? He said, how much stock does he really have in stock, right? And he's basically saying, how many of these how many of these songs do you have? He said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what he put out so far. Like that, Euphoria, 616, Meet the Grams, and then this one, Not Like Us. So he put out 5 already. 5 diss records. Dude has 5 more. 5 more that he could put out. He has enough material to put out 5 more hits. 5 more hits against Drake. And probably more than that. That's probably, you know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter. If Drake comes out with something, Kendrick is going to come out with something very shortly after. You see, Kendrick Lamar baited y'all, right? He said, okay, Drake came out with something 3 weeks after I came out with Like That. Okay. 3 weeks. And already, like after day one, after dropping Give Me 50, everybody's talking about, oh, Kendrick Lamar, you on the clock. All this, that, and the third. Like, what are you talking about? This dude just dropped Drop and Give Me 50. It took Drake 3 weeks, right? But I'm pretty sure Kendrick could have played something in 2 days after that. But he wanted to wait. And he probably knew that Drake was going to drop that tailor-made bullshit with Tupac AI and Snoop Dogg AI, right? So I feel like, okay, that came out, all right, and then 17 days after, he's in the truck. He can't be going that much faster. And then you hop in front of me and go as slow as you was behind me. Whatever. Anyway, 3 weeks after Drop and Give Me 50, he comes out with Euphoria. So it's like, and then right after Euphoria, back to back, nigga, he dropped 616. Like, Kendrick Lamar knew what he was doing. He knew what he was doing. He was building the tension. He was, you know what I'm saying? He allowed more people to get drawn into this because Drake put out something. So okay, now all the Drake's fans are coming to the center. They're coming. They're surrounded. Like, oh, okay, I got all these people's attention. I'm gonna drop some heaters. And in all truth, Drake is losing fans, yo. Drake is losing people. Drake is losing damn show. He damn show losing motherfuckers. Like, he's losing support. He's losing fans. All this, that, and the third. Like, I mean, it is what it is. So let's keep going.
59 God, ayy, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside, ayy, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod, ayy, city.
You hear what he's saying? He said, freaky ass niggas need to stay up inside. Stay their ass inside. Roll their ass up like a new pack of Zod, like whatever that means. Roll their ass up. What does that mean? What he's saying is, go arrest their ass. Roll them up. Roll all them motherfucking sex offenders, all them sex traffickers, round their asses up. Round them up. Round them up. Get their asses out of here. That's what he's saying.
The must we outside, ayy. They not like us. 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 They not like us.
What?
Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves.
Again, he's exposing Drake's like, dude, you ain't part of this culture, bro. Like, you came in, you an industry plant, you attach yourselves to real motherfuckers to gain some credibility, and then you put yourself out there as something you're not, bro. Like, come on. This is the man, the genius.
Building railroads and trains, bear with me for a second. Let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you. This the real nigga challenge. You caught Future when you didn't see the club. What little baby help you get your lingo up? What 21 get your false street cred? Thug make you feel like you a slime in your head. What Quavo said you can be from North Side. What 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer.
Like, come on, man. And this is the side quest. Exposing this nigga as a vampire. A culture vampire who uses lesser notorietized, lesser known artists to steal their flow, to steal their gangster, right? To absorb their gangsterness, their gangster personality, the gangster persona. You hire a bunch of goons. A lot of these goons sound like they motherfucking creepers, man. Like, this dude, Drake is a piece of shit. And it makes me wonder, right? Somebody keeps playing these shorts where Eminem and Jay-Z are warning Drake about how people are gonna come after him. Like, why would they do that? Why would they do that? And why that warning to Drake? Is really because they gonna hate him because Drake is such a big artist? No, man. It's the whole sex trafficking, sexual deviant bullshit, right? Makes me wonder, and we know Jay-Z got some shit on him too. He got a jacket on him, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, when it comes to Aaliyah, when it comes to Foxy Brown, When it comes to him talking about he couldn't wait for Beyonce to become of age so he can snatch her up. Like, come on, dude. Jay-Z got that stain on him too. I don't know about Eminem, but Jay-Z, hey. Jay-Z sounds like he's looking out for his folkers. You know what I'm saying? And there's also information out there that says that Drake is going to get Diddy'd as well by the feds. So, you know, it's going to be very interesting to see what materializes out of this. Now, I don't know what's going on with Diddy and all this other shit. From what I understand, the elites wanted him to get raided so they can get all the tapes, all the evidence out of Diddy's house, which is stupid because now he's just going to have some shit, some cloud somewhere. Like, come on, man. These people are smart. They don't get away with what they get away with for as long as they got away with it without having some contingencies, without having a dead man switch. You understand what I'm saying? These people have dead man switch. Now, I don't know what happened in Jeffrey Epstein's dead man switch, but that shit is being suppressed. I'm sure Jeffrey Epstein has as much money as he had a dead man switch. Dead man switch. Unless he's not a dead man. If Jeffrey Epstein's not a dead man, don't need to press a switch now, is it? By hearing about it, what's good? Everyone is getting exposed. Yes, I love it. I love it. Fuck Ryan Garcia. He's full of shit. But yeah, everybody's getting exposed. And I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into, hey, Drake does have a jacket on him, and it's very, very justifiable that this jacket he has. You know what I'm saying? So everybody talking about, oh, don't throw mustard on this jacket and blah blah blah. Dude, we gonna get into that. We gonna come on, these reacting channels and all this shit. Oh, where's the receipts? You gonna get some receipts, bro. You gonna get some receipts. There's receipts out there. There's receipts out, and one receipt is one I fucking got on everybody's head about years ago, and I just didn't understand. 10 years ago, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? I was never a Drake fan, but when I found this shit, I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, y'all cool with this shit? Anyway, let's keep going.
Matter and the truth of the matter, here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
Y'all see that? Kendrick just told y'all he's not really a hater, yo. Like, he don't hate Drake because Drake has all this stardom and money and this, that, and the third. And he told y'all in 616, like, yo, I got bread too. You know, I can fly to Ibiza, I can go to New York just to get some pizza. Like, I can fuck a Lamborghini, I can just buy a yacht if I want to chill. Like, he's letting y'all know I got bread too. I don't give a fuck about this nigga bread. Understand that. Like, Kendrick is saying it's never been about hatred. I don't hate Drake for the shit that he has. I am exposing the truth. That's the whole point behind this. God's plan was to expose him as a liar, as to expose him as a creep. That was the agenda the entire time. That was the entire gambit. And it's just going over people's heads, right?
They'll never challenge. You caught future when you didn't see the club. Like, little baby, help you get your lingo up. Like 21, get your first street cred. They'll make you feel like you a slime in your head. Like, Quavo said you can be from Northside. Like 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
It was God's plan to show y'all the liar, yo. Like, that's what he's saying. Like, this shit ain't about fucking hate. This shit ain't about, fuck all that, man. I'm trying to tell, I'm exposing this motherfucker for what he is. You know what I'm saying? Cat Williams said 2024 will be like your everyone. And you know, hey, don't put it past them to have gotten together on this shit. Like, look, man. And look, after the Cat Williams interview, the Diddy shit happens. After the Cat Williams interview, he said that he exposed this truth. He said, you got to tell Diddy no. You got to tell him no. And then this shit happens with Diddy. Now Kendrick Lamar is putting all this shit out about Drake. Like, come on, man. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Like, man, this is amazing. Like, Kendrick Lamar, listen, it's 2024. It's gonna be a hell of a year, yo. 24 to 24 is gonna be a hell of a year. Be prepared. Hope your teeth and ambitions are bad. Be prepared. Do 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 do. Be prepared, motherfuckers. Be prepared. This 2024 is going to be a hell of a year, especially with the Biden administration talking about they're thinking about bringing Palestinians to the U.S. as refugees. Like, come on, this shit is listen, let me tell y'all something. Everything that I have been talking about with the boxing, with this, is all relevant. It all works together. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I do enjoy boxing, and I like talking about boxing and getting into boxing talk and all that shit. I actually plan on creating a whole channel about combat sports, and it's not just going to be me talking about big events, big fight events. I'm also going to be going into how I train in combat sports, particularly in boxing and Muay Thai. Those are the only two I'm practicing right now. Never was really interested in jiu-jitsu. I do know some takedown defense, but I do plan on possibly rolling around with some people, just to get it up, just so I'm a little bit more equipped. But that's another thing. So, this was part of his agenda. This is what it was, and he has at least 10 more. He told y'all. He said, how much stock do I have in stock, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus 5. So he's telling you, he put out 1, 2, 3.5, 4, 5, and he got 5 more, bro. He got 5 more. This is the tip of the iceberg. Like, Drake cannot have an answer for this. There's nothing he can do. It's called a distraction. Exactly. Let me tell y'all something, man. I explained it on Friday. How society is so easily influenced. And Kendrick Lamar is using that in a positive way. He's using his powers for good. You understand what I'm saying? And I hope he keeps doing. I hope he keeps going. I hope it doesn't just stop with Drake. I hope he keeps going throughout the entire industry and just expose everything, right? And he's going to need the support of the people. He's going to need to be protected by the people, and that's one thing that we fail to do as a society. When people fight tooth and nail, and when they go in on the oppressor, and they just try to expose everything, they don't get the protection they deserve. Well, we need to protect the people that are putting their necks on the line to bring the truth to the light, to expose the shit. And then more people will feel comfortable doing it. Like more Kendrick Lamars will come out. We just need to let them know, like, we got y'all back. Keep putting it out there. We got your back. We ain't gonna let nothing happen to you. We have to protect our people. You know what I'm saying? And I think that we are in a day and age where, and see, this is a good thing that you could do with the people in society right now. If you can influence them in the right direction, they will have your back. They will fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, they will go in for you, right? As we have seen with Ryan Garcia, as we have seen with other people of notoriety. Once they cling to you, they will go in. They will go to bat, right? They will defend you to no end. So that is something that we need to do. What's good, mama? So, all right, let's keep going.
Fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life.
Now, is he talking to Drake? Saying, hey, run for your life? Is he talking to Drake right there? I don't know, he might be.
Nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Hey, run for your life. Hey, run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho.
OV ho.
Say OV ho.
OV ho. he's not just going after Drake. He's going after Drake's entire organization. Entire organization. He said, fuck all y'all. I'm exposing all you bitches. I'm putting out information on all you bitches. Fuck y'all. Fuck you. And if the industry got a problem with it, fuck them and they mama. He's saying fuck the industry. He said, I don't give a fuck what the industry says or does. I'm doing this. Come on now.
Step that way, then step this way. Step that way. Are you my friend?
Are we live in?
Then step this way. Step that way. Then step this way. Step that way.
Man, that shit bangs. That shit, it's a bop. That's they say they want it. So he gave the people what they wanted and just made it. It just made it just great. You understand what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on now, dog. Come on, man. Now there was something else that I wanted to play for y'all. Now, let's get into some of these allegations against Drake, because this is very important. Like I said, y'all can go listen to y'all can go watch the other reaction channels and break down the lyrics and all this other shit and with all the now I want to focus on the sex trafficking, the pedophilia. That's what I want to focus on. 22 Ronin was good. That's what I want to focus on. I want to focus on the allegations against Drake in regards to being a predator. All right, there is a history and a pattern of this, right? And I was talking about earlier how about 10 years, I think it was, I forgot what year exactly it was, but Kendrick might have been like, Drake might have been like 27, 28 years old, and he was performing on stage. And he called this young lady up to the stage. And I don't know where this person's parents were, but he called this girl on stage and started rubbing on her, grabbing on her, rubbing her body and touching her butt and all this other shit. And he asked her, finally, how old she is. She said she was 17, and he walks back, right? He's like, oh shit, you about to have me going to jail right now. And then he proceeds to tell her how thick she is, how bad she is, and like, after you find out she's a minor, why are you still addressing this young lady as thick? Why are you calling her thick? Why are you going back up to her, kissing her on her face, kissing her on her lips, kissing her on her neck, rubbing on her, and you're continuing to do this creepy ass shit? I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this? This is like 10 years ago. I'm like, whoa, yo. And I'm talking and I'm like bringing this out. I'm like, what? This is what y'all cool with? Y'all still fucking with this dude after this? Like, I was never a Drake fan, so it's like nothing that he did music-wise spoke to me. And so, yeah, that actually happened. This is well known. So, knowing this about Drake, if he would do that in public with a 17-year-old girl, imagine what he would do in the privacy of his own embassy, in the privacy of his own mansion. You know what I'm saying? With these people around him. And you know, there's information out there that's going around that says that Drake has a guy that when he goes to different cities, that'll go out and get women to bring back to fuck Drake. And some of them are underage. You know what I'm saying? This is one of these allegations. And I'm inclined to believe it just based on what he did on stage with the 17-year-old girl. After you find out she was 17, first of all, find out her age before you start touching her, right? Because you have to understand that, there are young women that like your music and they're going to go to your concerts. So as the type of man I am, if I'm going to bring a girl on stage, I'm going to ask how old she is. And if she says she's 17, 18, 19, 20, all right, you got to go, young lady. You got to get off the stage. I can't be dealing with this. But to bring her on stage, do all this rubbing and touching, and then ask her age, and then tell her, oh, yo, you thick. You too, oh, what? Why you look like that at 17? You too thick. Oh, well, let me come up to you and kiss you all over. Like, dude, this is bullshit, right? Like, why? Like, in my back. So, I mean, there's the information on Facebook. Like, yo, y'all asked from Kendrick about Drake being a creep. Like, the receipts are out there. There's all kind of information. That's not the only thing. We know that Kendrick Lamar, why keep doing it? We know that Drake met Millie Bobby Brown backstage when she was 14 years old. He was like 28, 29, or however old he was. Millie Bobby Brown is the young lady who plays 11 on Stranger Things. She was like 14, 15 years old. You bring this girl backstage, and you get her phone number, and you start texting her. Why are you, as a grown ass, texting with a child that does not belong to you in any form or fashion? She's not your daughter. She's not your cousin. She's not that. She is someone else's child from a whole different country. Why are you texting back and forth with this young lady? And then when they asked her the content of their conversation, she's like, "Oh no, we don't talk about nothing creepy. We just we talk about how much we miss each other." Listen, this is what we must understand about groomers, right? They're not going to overtly and outwardly say, "Oh yeah, Millie Bobby, give me your whatnot, let me touch it here and there." No, they're going to do this thing, that thing. No, they're not going to say these perverted things right off the bat. They're going to groom this young lady. Like, come on. And then there was allegations about Billie Eilish as well, when she was 16, 17 years old, having text conversations with Drake. And SZA as well. She was 16 years old when they met. And then if you listen to certain bars in Drake's songs, he's talking about creepy shit. He said that he was fucking with SZA in 2009 or some shit. SZA was 16 in 2009. He was 25 or some shit. Or however old he was. Grown ass man. I think he was like 22. Whatever. But the point is, there's already information out there that you can, all you gotta do is do a little bit of research, and that you can find out about Drake being a creep, doing creepy shit. So when you tell me that Kendrick has to drop receipts, well, Kendrick never outwardly said that Drake, you're a pedophile. Drake, you like little girls. He said he heard. He said you might like an A minor, but the point of the matter is, he is trying to get you. He is enticing people. Hey, go find out this information. Go look it up. Go out there. Kendrick Lamar is saying that I'm not saying anything that isn't already out there, but I believe he has information that isn't out there that could really, really, really get get Drake in a lot of trouble. I think he might have some information out there that will, that will get it popping. And understand that a lot of these women that Drake meets up with, he has them sign NDAs. If you understand, a couple of these young girls had NDAs as well. But my question would be, is that something that will hold up in court? An NDA signed by a minor? I'm not sure about that. I would think that the NDA would have to be signed by the parent. But I'm not a lawyer. I don't know. But I would think you would not be able to hold an NDA against I don't know, because then you could just, the parent can just say, or the girl, when they get older, they can just say, "Oh, I was forced to sign this NDA under duress. I was underage." I don't think it'll hold up. If they really wanted to come out against Drake, it could happen. So there's that. There is information that's out there that shows that Drake is a creep. You just have to want to see it. You just have to want to accept it. You have to want to know, and don't just accept it because you just feel like he should be a creep. No, because the information is out there. It's out there. There's no reason for a grown-ass man to be texting back and forth with a little girl that's 15, 16, 17 years old that you do not know. You don't know these girls. You're not tied to them familially. You're not family friends. It's not gonna happen. Like, no grown-ass man is gonna text my daughter. You're not even gonna have a phone number. And my oldest daughter is 13 years old. I'll be damned if some grown man that is not tied to you in any type of way is going to be having your phone number and texting you back. There's no fucking way. If I find out that that's happening, I am going to go to that individual and stand my ground, so to speak. You understand what I'm saying? So this is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. And it's very frustrating because I know there's people I know, right, that are like, oh, Kendrick needs to show receipts. Well, no one told Drake to show receipts when he said that Kendrick Lamar was a woman beater. It made other allegations that said that Kendrick's fiance is a transsexual, and all these allegations. Like, no one is asking Drake for receipts on allegations against Kendrick. And trust me, it's not a lot of people. Very few people are saying this stupid shit. You understand what I'm saying? But the information is out there. You just have to want to. You got to get the bias out of there. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wants to give Drake his credit for being this great artist. And I'm like, well, I can't do it because we know that he has ghostwriters. We know that he uses reference tracks for a lot of his music. We know that he clings to and vampires on other artists to, you know, just drain them of their artistry and use it and then just keep them down, because now Drake is much more famous. So when he uses this flow or when he uses this style, when you come out and use your own shit, it's not going to hit the same. Drake is one of the worst people in the world by all accounts. And so that's what Kendrick Lamar is trying to do with this. He don't give a fuck about whose song was better and who had better flow, and because he knows that that's him, period, right? He just proved that he can do any kind of record and do it better than Drake. He can do a bop like Drake and do it better. He can do something melancholy like Drake and do it better. He can do something like like devious and like hard hitting like Euphoria better than Drake. He knows he can do that, and he used that to his advantage in order to put this information out here. So now what I'm going to do now, I'm gonna play one more thing and then I'm gonna get out of here. Kendrick goes hard as a motherfucker. Now I'm gonna put one more thing out here with this guy. He's going to talk about some things that have come out about Drake, and he's a Christian, and I think this dude is from LA because he sounds very LA. It's like 5 minutes 36 seconds. I don't think I'm gonna even no, not flowers. No, fuck. I don't even think I'm a where is it? Fuck. All right. Damn it. Fuck. There. Oh, god damn it, man. Where did it go? I can't find this video right now. I might not be able to play it because I'm not about to do all this searching while I'm driving. I had it ready in the tuck, I thought, so might have to come back to it another time, y'all. But there are certain YouTubers out there that are exposing this information, you know, that people want to be in denial about, right? Matter of fact, there is another one, but his video is a little longer. I didn't want to do that long of a video around it, but it is what it is. Is this it? Why are we slamming the brakes? I hate that shit. Can y'all not drive? The fuck? Fuck. Yeah, I might not be able to play it, y'all. Hold on, let's see this. Oh, here.
The Kendrick market towards Drake has opened a can of worms.
This is a long.
The Kendrick Lamar
like
diss
11.
track, "Meet the Grams," directed towards.
Now this is long. This is a long video, and I'm just gonna play it. I'm not even gonna stop it. But shout out to this guy. His name is Joseph Morris. He's on YouTube, and yeah, he got some receipts. He got some information. If you want to go watch this video and give him some love for putting this out there, I suggest y'all go ahead and do that. but I'm gonna give him all the credit. Joseph Morris, right? And I already knew a lot of this information. It just I wasn't really thinking about it until Kendrick started going in about him being a creeper. So, you know, I'm glad that he put this together. Like, he's one of the only people that are putting this information out there, like this type of information around this beef. And so, and while others are acting like, oh, where are the receipts for this shit? Oh, these are some serious allegations. Like, come on, man. It's out, and the shame is on their faces. We already know the higher ups use the gray blackmail. Okay, yeah, I hear what you're saying. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and play this guy's video. We're gonna hear the audio, and yeah, go check him out. I think he just did another video, and then there's another guy. I forgot his name. That's the one I wanted to play. I wanted to play the other guy because he's also talking about more serious aspects of this beef regarding sex trafficking and whatnot. And I wanted to play that one because it's shorter, you know, and he doesn't do all the editing, and he doesn't have the production value of this guy. But like I said, go check this guy out. I forgot the other guy's name, but I think I will put it on my community tab later. But this other guy, he's talking about a lot of different things, like, but in shorter videos, in more videos. This guy kind of like put it all together in one. So I'm gonna get into it a little bit.
Can of worms, especially when it comes to Drake being into girls not of age and actually being involved in his own trafficking ring, similar to Diddy. So I'm Joseph Morris. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell, and let's investigate this together. So for the past decade and a half, a shadow has loomed over Drake's interactions with very, very young women, sparking a flurry of speculation among his fans. It all began with a viral clip from a 2010 concert where Drake, then 23, brought a girl on stage. What followed was a series of unsettling actions. I mean, he danced close to her, whispered in her ear, smelled her hair, and even kissed her neck. What truly raised eyebrows was his casual inquiry about her age mid-performance. And I mean, yikes. Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail before turning back to her and saying, quote, 17, why do you look like that? You thick. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun.
I'm sorry, I gotta break in right here. You don't know if you should feel guilty or not for saying that a 17-year-old girl is thick and that you're having these perverted thoughts about it. You don't know if you don't know if you should feel guilty or not. Come on, man. What else do we need to hear about this dude? Are you letting your daughter around this dude? You letting him pick her up to take her to the movies after you hear this shit? Come on, man.
Feel against my chest, end quote. That was just too much. I mean, yikes. Drake walks away while making a joke about going to jail before turning back to her and saying, quote, 17, why do you look like that? You thick. I don't know if I should feel guilty or not, but I had fun. I like the way your feel against my chest, end quote.
I'm sorry, I gotta break it again. You're telling a 17-year-old girl, a girl you know is 17 years old, you're 23, that you like the way her titties felt against your... Come on, bro, come on. What else do you need? What else do you fucking need than this? Like, this is all I fucking need. This is all I need to take this motherfucker out back and spend about 9 cents on something that's 9 millimeters in diameter. All right? That's all I need.
I mean,
fuck out of here.
He should have just stopped when he learned she was 17. And I can understand how this may have been a crowd interaction gone wrong, but him continuing to make comments about her body, I mean, girl, you're thicker than a bowl of oatmeal kind of thing, and kissing her multiple times after learning her age, made me feel so uneasy about the entire situation. And we can't say like this was like the 1950s or whatever. Like this was literally 10 years ago. It wasn't that much different of a time. But this wouldn't be the last time Drake finds himself being around very young girls, because it's about to get a whole lot more serious, so hold on to your horses. In a 2023 No Jumper interview with producer Little Sissy, she discusses how she first met Drake, saying that in 2015 she was on a high school basketball team. Drake was apparently a huge fan of women's high school basketball. I mean, what? That is like a super weird thing to be a fan of at any age, especially 29. So Drake began.
Why are you a fan of teenage girl basketball? Like what? High school girls basketball? Like, come on, man. Like, miss me with this. Like, this is nasty, right?
Around after their games and make cat calls towards them, commenting on their body. She was just 15 at the time. That same year, Drake posted on his Instagram celebrating the release of his best friend, Baka Not Nice, who at the time was a member of his security team. And we can get into his security team, but his team are not nice people and they act on his behalf. They are known to put paws on people. So let me know if you want a video on that. Leave a comment. Baka, this guy Baka, was in jail for making a woman who was 22 an ex-worker and passing her on to his friends. The now deleted post by Drake read, quote, "Something in the air today. A lot of good things happening at once. This one means the most. Been waiting 11 months. Finally home 1 year later." End quote. And yeah, I see why he deleted this, because this is not a good look. And get this, Drake signed Baka to his record label after Baka was released from the cage. Then the woman who was Baka's target didn't continue to press charges and refused to cooperate with the authorities. And a lot of people suspect that Drake paid her off so his friend Baka could have a career in music. And I haven't heard of Baka until now, so I think his music career flopped. It's hard to find any details on this case because it's now been scrubbed from the internet, but apparently there were multiple women involved, some that were 16. So Baka is still a part of Drake's entourage till this day, and you know what they say, birds of a feather flock together. So Drake, what skeletons are you hiding in your closet? We'll get into that. Kendrick called Drake out on this latest track. Kendrick also talked about how Diddy peed on Drake's leg as well.
For the record, P. Diddy did not pee on Drake's leg. P. Diddy smacked Drake. The person that peed on P. Diddy's or Drake's leg was a member of T.I.'s crew. T.I. is from Atlanta. He's another rapper from Atlanta. So it wasn't P. Diddy. P. Diddy smacked him, but he did not pee on his leg. That was one of T.I.'s crew.
Whole other video. But maybe in that moment, Diddy was somehow passing on his creep energy to Drake, because it happened very early on in Drake's career, apparently at a movie theater. Anyway, the streets are saying the feds are investigating Drake after they were tipped off about Drake's and Baka's ring that they ran together. So around the time of Baka's release, Drake started selling his properties in America, which was highly sus because Drake has money. And you just know the streets just started saying that he did this because if someone Drake and Baka targeted wanted to pursue what they did to them, they would go after his properties for a payout. So this is sort of like a preemptive move and trying to keep it all quiet in the States. In May of 2016, 29-year-old Drake was spotted eating dinner with 18-year-old Hailey Bieber in West Hollywood, or WeHo, as I call it. People were saying at the time that Hailey was working as a yacht girl, which is a high-end pay girl that would entertain rich men on yachts, and there's nowhere to run away because you're stuck in the middle of the ocean. So due to their allegedly flirty interaction and Drake wearing a matching H necklace, rumors of them dating began circulating, with Entertainment Tonight even...
Why are you 29 years old going on dates with an 18-year-old? That's... Come on.
Hooked up at Drake's Memorial Day party. And I mean, how would they have known this? Would they have like peeked into the bedroom?
No, this ain't gossip. This should actually happen. I see what you're saying. It sounds like a gossip channel that we're listening to, but these things are actually documented, actually happened. These are things that it's not just fucking gossip. This is serious shit. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we're talking about a child predator here. We're not talking about him being fucked with bug plugs and no, we're not talking about that type. We're talking about children. We're talking about little girls. We're talking about, you know what I'm saying? This is just these things are documented. These things are well known.
E! News revealing that she'd known Drake for around 4 years, meaning that Drake, 25, first met Haley when she was 14. Drake's affinity.
14. They had been communicating since she was 14 years old. He's 25 years old. Why? For 4 years. Why are we doing this? Exactly, groomer. You understand what I'm saying? This is what they do. He's not, like I said, he's not going to be saying, yeah, girl, let me do this, that to you. No, it's going to appear innocent. He's going to seem like, oh, I'm your uncle. And no. There's no reason. You don't know this girl. I don't even know who this broad is. But she's 14 when you start having some type of communication. Like, no, there's no reason I need to have, as a 25-year-old man, 22-year-old man, 20-year-old man, 18-year-old man, have any type of conversation with a 14-year-old. There's nothing that we can relate with. Like, there's nothing I can't do anything for you. Why are we doing this? Like, no.
This age mostly flew under the radar with no one batting an eye, but a pattern started to slowly emerge in the company Drake keeps and how he makes girls sign NDAs began to raise some eyebrows. So in 2018, a now 32-year-old Drake released a song called Nice for What, featuring the line, quote, high school pics, you was even bad then, end quote. 3 months later, an article titled,
high school pics, you were even bad then. Why are you commenting as a grown-ass man on how hot some girls' high school pics are? Like, even when I'm married to my wife, right? My wife is 7 years younger than me. But when we started dating, she was 22 and I was 29. Now, when I saw pictures of my wife in high school, I didn't say, oh, you was sexy as a motherfucker back. No, I said, oh, look how adorable. Like her for a prom picture and all, you look cute. But I'm not talking about, no, I mean, yes, it's my wife, but no, that's not what's going down, right? That's not something I'm thinking about commenting on as a grown-ass man about some chick's high school pics.
If your teenager became an overnight Instagram sensation was released by The Guardian, detailing a story about a girl, 15, going viral on Instagram after being tagged in pictures at Coachella. And what was she doing at Coachella? Like, where are her parents? The article describes the photos of the girl wearing revealing clothing like short shorts and a skin-tight bodysuit. Her mother recounts the moment she realized how popular the photos got when her daughter revealed on her social media that she was back in Toronto. Next thing you know, her daughter, 15, was receiving a call from none other than Drake, who's from the 6, asking if she wanted to meet. Her daughter went through with it. The story just has so many twists and turns. And her mother said Drake made her daughter sign an NDA. The rest kept quiet. So we don't.
That's what I'm saying. It's legally binding to have a underage girl sign an NDA. Like, yeah, you can have her sign it, but is it going to hold up in court if she decided to do something? Like, that's one thing I'm interested in knowing. But again, this shit is documented. So, I mean, yeah, we could say gossip, but it's not gossip. If it's documented and if there's receipts for it, I don't see it as gossip. I see it as information being put out that everybody should already know about. These things have been happening over the last 15 years with this dude. So, you know, it is what it is. Like, well, excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, these things are known. Like, these are things I remember seeing, but I'm like, man, this shit is crazy. But it's about time that this shit is brought to light, like it's being brought to light.
In Drake's mansions behind closed doors, but it's highly sus. And he did drop them.
I don't know how many baby mamas he has or how old they are. I know only baby mama I know about for sure is the porn star, and of course she was over, she's of age, but I don't know. I'm hearing that he might have had some babies with some underage chicks, and like he's like keeping it hidden somehow. I don't know, but I don't know how true that is. I wouldn't put it past him. I'll just say that. But there is a pattern of behavior here from this dude. You know what I'm saying? Starting with what we know about him calling a 17-year-old girl on stage, and then after finding out she's 17, talking about how good her titty felt against him, and like kissing on her and stuff like that. Like, this dude is a creep.
So later that month, Drake would release a song called Jaded, featuring the line, quote, "We could have waited. I wasn't rushing. Differences in ages. You're still a baby," end quote. Now, I don't know about you.
You hear that?
But doesn't that heavily imply that they know what happened in Drake's mansions behind closed doors? But it's highly sus, and he did drop a major hint. So later that month, Drake would release a song called Jaded, featuring the line, quote, "We could have waited. I wasn't rushing. Differences in ages. You're still a baby," end quote. No, I don't.
Like, come on, man. He's saying the shit himself. He's giving you the information. You're still a baby? Like, who are you saying that to other than a child, practically? Or someone who's underage or very close to being underage? We could have waited. Could have waited for what? For her to turn 18? But you didn't wait because she, whatever, man. Like, this dude is giving you the information himself, right? It's not gossip when they're telling on themselves. It's not gossip when there's information and receipts out there. It's real shit. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, fuck that. I'm not giving this dude no passes. Like, it is what it is. Not putting nothing past him either. I wonder who the puppet master is. Drake is the puppet master of his own dominion, of his own domain. Yeah, he was a Nickelodeon kid for sure. I don't know. When I saw what happened with Justin Bieber. Like, these dudes, like, everybody wants there to be one puppet master who's controlling everything. No. All these people that are putting themselves in this position, that are participating in this behavior, they are willing adults. Like, we're not going to infantilize these people. We're not going to infantilize Drake. He is the master of his own puppetry. Like, he's doing, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, there might be people above him that are encouraging this behavior, that introduced him to it. But at the end of the day, I mean, he is committing this shit. He's doing it himself. He's participating in it. Just like, you know, it's just crazy. Right? It is what it is. Like, this dude is a creep. There's multiple puppet masters. You know what I'm saying? And every puppet master has their master, right? That they answer to, but they're all participating in this behavior. Like, this is not, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he can gun held to his head. He surrounds himself with creepy people. So, I mean, that's just what it is.
But doesn't that heavily imply that they did the dirty? And get this, 2 months later, Millie Bobby Brown, 14, would attend the Emmys and mention in a red carpet interview that her and Drake, 32, text each other after meeting each other in Australia. So
why is a 32-year-old man having text conversations with a 14-year-old girl? What could you possibly have to say to her? What could you guys have possibly to talk about? Nothing. There's nothing you can do for my 13-year-old, 14-year-old daughter. There's nothing you do for her. dude, leave her the fuck alone. Like, what?
Well, Millie was invited backstage to his concert. Millie went on record to say that their conversations were harmless and mostly surrounded him giving her boy advice. But she did...
Why is the subject of the matter you're talking to a child about? What? Giving her advice about boys? No. What I'm going to give advice about is stay away from boys and focus on you. Focus on yourself. You're a child. You don't need to be even thinking about boys. You know what I'm saying? And talk to your parents. That's who you need to be talking to about what you're gonna do about boys. There's nothing I can talk to you about boys. I don't know you like that, little girl. Go on ahead somewhere. There is no reason for him to be talking about anything with a 14-year-old girl at 32 years old.
They text each other that they miss each other. And
what do you have to miss about a 14-year-old? I'm not what? The only children I miss are my own children that came from my loins. I don't miss anybody's children but mine. I don't, for what? Like, this is crazy. I have one daughter and I was super protective. That's what's up. Yeah, as you should be.
To text Millie, 14, he misses her. Sounds like textbook grooming to me. And it also sounds to me like Drake has a really good NDA that he uses to make women backtrack on what they say. So a month later, as Drake was on tour, blind items began circulating with people speculating who the noted foreign-born A+ list singer/rapper could be. So this blind item reads, earlier this year we got a first-hand account of the grooming done to the foreign-born 3-named teen actress. Now it is confirmed that this foreign-born one-named A+ list singer did the same thing to the same girl. It was revealed Millie Bobby Brown and Drake. A year later, in 2019, Billie Eilish, 16, sat down for an interview with Vanity Fair and revealed that one of the most famous people in her phone was Drake. She would go on to say that Drake is like the nicest dude she's ever spoken to and wanted to make it very clear they were only texting. But again, guys, in my opinion, it sounded like she was backtracking and scared of that NDA she signed with Drake. I mean, between the Millie Bobby Brown interview and now this one with Billie Eilish, some people really started to scratch their heads why a now 33 Drake is in contact with literal kids. Then in 2020, Drake rapped on 21 Savage's song, Mr. Right Now, saying the line, quote, I used to date SZA back in 08, end quote, confirming
her name is SZA, not Caesar. But I mean, again, it's a good point. Like, why? There's no reason for it. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy. And my question is, why are the parents allowing this to happen? And this is like, the parents are culpable as well if something happens. If you allow your child to have conversations that you aren't aware of, or text messages and exchange phone calls with grown ass men and women that you don't know like that, like, what are you doing? You're also responsible for what happens.
Would have been dating SZA, 16. Again, the same pattern emerged. SZA came out to support Drake and said there was nothing creepy about their relationship. But in 2021, Drake, 35, released an album titled Certified Lover Boy with a song titled Poppy's Home, featuring the line, quote, Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City parking lot, end quote. This bar went largely unnoticed because he was beefing with Kanye at the time, but Sierra Canyon is a private school in California that offers classes for pre-K to 12th grade students. And Magic City is in a
Sierra Canyon parking lot looking like a Magic City park. These people, they tell you in their music what they're doing. R. Kelly did the same shit. P. Diddy did the same shit. They're telling you what they're doing in their music because they really feel like their behavior is top notch. They feel like they are on top of the world. They feel like they can get away with anything. So I'm going to tell you the creepy shit I'm doing. I'm going to tell you that sitting here in this Sierra Canyon parking lot is looking like a Magic City parking lot. when Sierra Canyon is a school park. You're sitting in the school parking lot talking about how it looks like a Magic City parking lot. Magic City is a freaking stripper club. It's an adult club. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Come on. Like, this dude, he's putting this information out himself. He's telling y'all he's a fucking creep. He's telling y'all that he was fucking with what he considered a baby. He's telling y'all this shit. And it's like, and I never, like, I didn't know about these bars because I don't fucking listen to Drake. I had been turned off from Drake just based on how he behaves and his music. The music itself is just not my cup of tea. And like, he's always been like, I never fucked with him in any regard or fashion. So I never knew about these types of lyrics. I didn't know about it. This shit is crazy. But I mean, again, this is what these creeps, they love to relish in the fact that they can do whatever the fuck they want and people will still support them. People will still buy their music. People will still monetize them and just give them shit. And just, so, you know, like, just like women out there, women right now out there to this day that feel like they don't give a fuck what R. Kelly did. Excuse me. They'll still throw their panties at him and fuck him and suck his, like, they'll still do it. Like, it's crazy, right? And so these people, they feel like, I can talk about this. I can plant little seeds and Easter eggs, and, you know, nothing will happen to me. I will still be able to do what the fuck I want to do. This shit is wild.
In Atlanta. Anyway, it's clear as day that something is up with Drake, and some are even saying he is the next Diddy, waiting to be investigated for his alleged ring and involvement with young girls. Teens who claim to have gotten on with Drake all detail a similar elaborate setup involving security guards, NDAs, and taking their phones away. So the possibility of a whistleblower coming forward is pretty low. But perhaps in the future, as these kids begin to grow up, we'll get a better idea of what their relationship was really like. So what do you guys think about all this? This was a huge rabbit hole that Kendrick Lamar...
Anyway, y'all, the information's out there. For anybody asking, oh, Kendrick, do you have receipts? Where are the receipts? You're just making baseless claims. No, they're not baseless. They are not baseless claims. There are bases to these claims. This information has been out there. Kendrick is not telling y'all anything new. He's just giving y'all information that's already out there that y'all refuse to look at. And because he felt, oh, I got some notoriety, let me go ahead and drop some shit about this dude and put it out there. Maybe it's been eating at him. Maybe it's been eating away at his mind for all this time. And he's like, man, fuck this. I need to do something. I need to do something. And this is what he decided to do. Decided to do it. He dragged Drake into a beef that Drake cannot win because Kendrick don't have information on himself out like this. Kendrick has not been doing this shit. Kendrick doesn't have this history or this pattern. So it is what it is. Like, he put himself out there like, yo, I'm gonna jump out the window, and he landed on his feet. So anyway, I'm gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna let y'all marinate on that. Y'all go ahead and do your research. Like, Drake is a creep, and I hope more and more of these people get exposed for what they are. We'll see what happens with P. Diddy. I haven't necessarily heard the things that I heard about P. Diddy have to do with grown-ass men, you know, allowing him to smash and all this other shit. I don't know if, well, they run in the same circles, right? So wouldn't put it past them to be fucking with little kids. There's definitely shit out there about Justin Bieber, and you can see there's evidence of, well, there are videos and whatnot out there where Bieber is still a young man and like a little boy, and P. Diddy is talking about he can't be his guardian right now, but he's hanging out with me and we're gonna do things we can't talk about. So, and then, I mean, look at him now. Like, Justin Bieber got caught on video sucking off Odell Beckham, and it's just, this shit is sick, man. This shit is sick. Like, and this shit needs to be exposed. Like, we need to get these fucking guys out of here and send their ass somewhere and put them on a death island where they can fight it out with each other and kill each other. But anyway, my little son over the giving me the breathing instructions. Funk stress. I hear you. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for now. I don't need the stress. I understand. I can dig it. Anyway, much love, like, share, subscribe, and yeah, y'all be easy. We're gonna keep marching forward toward freedom.